Every fold of skin, every scar and wrinkle quietly records years of heat, rain, and survival. A single step can weigh several tons, and yet these giants move with surprising precision and care. They drink, bathe, and protect their young together, moving as a tightly connected family group.
But for a few of these elephants, a very different journey is about to begin. One that leads all the way to a high-tech factory.
Hidden behind secure fences, this sprawling complex looks like a factory, but it's built for one very unusual purpose: managing elephants.
You might carry a leather bag or wear a jacket every day without ever thinking about where that leather came from or how carefully it was handled.
In this video, we'll follow the full story, from living elephants to airplane transport to tanneries and workshops that...
It all starts here, with a living elephant, and ends with a product that may one day rest in your hands.
Elephants need vast areas of land to find enough food, often walking many miles each day in search of fresh vegetation.
Their diet is mostly leaves, bark, and grass, and each adult can consume hundreds of pounds of plant material in a single day.
Dust baths help protect their skin from sun and insects, acting like a natural layer of sunscreen and armor.
Those deep wrinkles hold moisture and mud, helping to cool the animal in hot climates. In the hottest hours, elephants often rest in shade, conserving energy while calves nap safely between older animals.
Young elephants learn by imitating adults, practicing how to use their trunks, how to listen, and how to navigate their environment.
A matriarch, usually the oldest female, reads subtle cues in sound and scent, guiding the whole group to safety and resources.
Access to water is critical, shaping migration routes and the timing of every move the herd makes. Rubbing against trees helps remove old, dead skin and keeps the hide healthier and less prone to infections. It's this tough, textured hide that, after life, can be turned into uniquely patterned leather.
At night, the giants finally rest, often in short bursts, always alert to sounds and changes around them.
As first light returns, their daily cycle begins again, feeding, moving, and teaching the next generation. Over decades, an elephantal's hide thickens and scars, each mark part of a long life lived in tough conditions.
Where habitats meet human infrastructure, specialized centers step in to manage elephants that need help or careful supervision.
That's where the so-called elephant factory comes in, combining care, research, and in some cases, leather processing.
Some elephants are fitted with tracking devices, so managers can monitor their movements and decide when intervention is necessary.
One older elephant, moving more slowly than the rest, has been flagged for relocation to the high-tech care facility. A mixed team of factory procurement staff and veterinarians heads out from the facility to the elephant's range. They set up temporary barriers to guide a chosen elephant into a controlled area without causing panic in the herd.
The idea is to work with the animal's natural movement, not against it.
Slowly, the selected elephant is guided toward the safe holding space, with minimal stress and noise. Once secure, vets move in carefully to carry out a first round of visual checks.
They look for obvious injuries, infections, or signs of exhaustion that might affect the trip ahead.
Every mark and wound is documented, forming the start of a medical record that will follow this elephant to the factory.
The goal is not to fully knock the elephant out, but to reduce anxiety and sudden movements.
With gentle guidance, the elephant walks into the crate, almost as if into a new stall. From this moment on, the crate is the elephant's small, controlled world, all the way to the factory.
Even at the gate, paperwork follows the elephant, verifying permits, welfare inspections, and destination details.
A dedicated cargo aircraft is used, with reinforced floor systems and loading sign systems.
Slow, steady movement onto the loading platform keeps the animal from being jolted or thrown off balance.
A vet travels with the elephant, ready to adjust sedation and comfort as needed.
Outside, it looks like any other cargo flight, but on the manifest is a living, breathing giant.
For a few hours, the elephant's world is reduced to the hum of engines and the gentle vibration of the fuselage.
The sedation is just enough for drowsiness. The elephant can still stand, blink, and shift its weight.
As the plane nears its destination, the crew coordinates with ground teams waiting at the factory's regional airport.
The landing sequence is smooth, designed to keep shocks and jolts to a minimum.
Touchdown marks the end of the flight phase, but the elephant's factory journey is only just beginning.
Instead of a regular terminal, the plane docks near a special area linked directly to the elephant facility.
Cargo doors open again, and the white fiberglass and aluminum crate with its blue straps is first to come out.
A final short road trip connects the airfield to the care campus.
Before anything else, the elephant gets a full body wash.
The crate opens into a contained shower bay, so the elephant can move forward without turning or backing up. High-volume spray bars soak the hide, loosening dirt, mud, and parasites picked up on the journey.
Soft brushes help clean folds and creases in the skin without causing irritation. Handlers calmly guide the elephant onto the platform, letting it settle before reading the numbers. Soft floors support joints and feet, reducing stress injuries in these heavy animals.
Automatic feeders deliver balanced rations, adjusted for the elephant's age, weight, and health status. Even basic actions like drinking and feeding are monitored to detect changes in appetite.
The first full physical exam at the factory happens here, where the elephant can still move freely. Blood samples are taken and sent to on-site labs to check for infections, nutritional issues, and organ health.
For now, the focus is entirely on healing and comfort, supported by millions of dollars of infrastructure. Over months and years, elephants in this facility receive ongoing medical care, foot trimming, and enrichment.
On the same campus but in clearly separated zones, another story begins when an elephant's life eventually ends.
From here, we shift focus from the animal itself to its hide, now treated as a valuable material.
What remains is a thick, textured sheet of hide that will soon become raw material for leather. The trolleys roll into the tannery, where a different group of specialists takes over.
Every hide still carries that same ID code, now linking the leather back to the individual elephant.
From this point on, we're no longer caring for a live animal, but refining a durable, traceable material.
The first major step is soaking, where hides are rehydrated and thoroughly washed.
Dirt, salt, and remaining debris are loosened in carefully controlled baths. Gentle agitation makes sure every part of the thick hide is equally soaked.
Next, fleshing machines scrape away remaining tissue and fat, leaving a more uniform thickness.
Thin layers are trimmed away, reducing weight and helping chemicals penetrate evenly later on.
Cleaned hides are stacked and moved to the liming section.
Chemicals are dosed precisely, with recipes adjusted for the unusual thickness of elephant hide.
As the drum turns, hair detaches, and the hide's inner fibers become more accessible. After liming, hides look very different. lighter in color and more pliable to the touch. Mechanical scrapers take off any remaining hair, leaving a clean surface for tanning. Now comes the crucial stage, tanning, where hides are stabilized so they won't decay. Whether using chromium salts or alternative tannins, safety and dosing are tightly controlled. When the cycle finishes, the once raw hide is now true leather, ready for drying and finishing. Vacuum dryers pull out water efficiently while keeping the leather flat and smooth. Controlled pressure and temperature mean the leather dries without cracking or warping. Frames hold the hides in shape, while gentle, warm air finishes the drying.
Elephant leather has a distinctive grain, different from cow or goat, prized for its rugged look and feel.
Smaller drums tumble the leather with dyes, ensuring color goes deep into the material. Spray lines can add additional tints, protective coatings, or matte and gloss finishes. Eyes and instruments both check color consistency, since customers expect the same tone across many pieces. Staking machines massage the leather, softening it and making it more supple for products like bags and jackets. Precision skiving tools fine-tune thickness so the leather behaves predictably in sewing and molding.
At this point, it's hard to imagine the open savanna, but every mark in the grain still traces back to that living elephant.
In the workshop, designers transform this heavy-duty leather into high-end, long-lasting products.
Some brands remind themselves of the material's origin, using it sparingly and with intention.
Patterns are laid out to minimize waste while aligning the most attractive grain on visible panels.
Computer-controlled cutters slice through the tough elephant leather with millimeter accuracy.
Pieces are sorted into sets for handles, panels, straps, and reinforcement layers.
Industrial sewing machines with special needles are needed to pierce the dense material.
Here, an elephant leather wallet takes shape, each seam reinforcing a lifetime of use.
Different lines produce different goods, from travel bags to belts to limited-run jackets.
Hand finishing on edges improves comfort and looks, and protects the leather from fraying.
Hardware is chosen to match the toughness of the leather, often in solid metals rather than thin-plated parts.
Labels sometimes highlight the material and its traceable origin, a selling point for transparency-focused customers.
Inspectors look for consistent color, tight stitches, and clean edges, rejecting anything below standard.
Mechanical tests measure how much force the leather can endure before stretching or tearing.
Approved items are packed in protective covers and boxes to prevent damage in transit.
Boxes are stacked on pallets and loaded into containers, destined for warehouses and stores around the world. In your world, the journey ends with a bag on a chair or a belt around your waist.
But under your fingers is the rugged texture of a hide that once protected a living giant.
In most markets, elephant leather is rare, tightly regulated, and used in limited, high-value runs.
Back at the factory campus, the living elephants continue their routines, cared for by teams of East Asian male specialists.
Here, care, technology, and industry intersect, turning an elephant's life and even its hide into a managed, traceable story.
When you see leather, it's easy to forget the animals and systems behind it, and how complex that story really is.
From open landscapes to high-tech factories, the elephant's journey is long, carefully managed, and more connected to your daily life than it may seem.